Our taste buds are amazing. They can detect different flavors like salty, sour, bitter, and sweet. Sweetness is one of our favorite flavors. We are naturally drawn to sweet-tasting foods. This is because, in nature, sweetness often signals that a food is safe to eat and packed with energy. Think about ripe fruits. They are sweet and give us energy. This sweetness comes from natural sugars like those found in fruits and honey. But what exactly happens when we eat something sweet? When sugar hits our tongue, it sends a signal to our brain. Our brain then interprets this signal as a pleasurable, sweet taste. This natural process has been crucial for our survival. For a long time, natural sugars were the primary way we experienced sweetness. However, with advancements in food science, we've discovered ways to replicate this sweet sensation without using natural sugars. This is where artificial sweeteners come into play. Imagine enjoying the sweetness of your favorite dessert but without the added calories from sugar. That's the promise of artificial sweeteners. These sugar substitutes offer a way to satisfy our sweet tooth while potentially managing weight and blood sugar levels. Artificial sweeteners are man-made ingredients that mimic the taste of sugar. They are many times sweeter than sugar, so only a tiny amount is needed to achieve the desired sweetness. This means they add very few or even 0 calories to our diet. This makes them a popular choice for people looking to reduce their sugar intake or manage conditions like diabetes. While artificial sweeteners might seem like a modern invention, they have been around for over a century. Saccharin, one of the first artificial sweeteners, was discovered in the late 1800s. Since then, many more artificial sweeteners have been developed and introduced into our food supply. They are now found in a wide range of products. Artificial sweeteners work by essentially tricking our taste buds. Remember those taste receptors on our tongues? They are designed to identify and send signals to the brain when they come into contact with sugar molecules. These molecules fit into the receptors like a key in a lock, triggering the sweet taste sensation. Artificial sweeteners, however, have a different chemical structure than sugar, yet they are designed to interact with our taste receptors in a similar way. Imagine a key that looks slightly different but can still unlock the same door. This is what artificial sweeteners do. When we consume artificial sweeteners, these molecules bind to our sweet taste receptors, sending a signal to the brain that's interpreted as sweetness. However, because these sweeteners aren't natural sugars, our bodies don't metabolize them in the same way. Once swallowed, artificial sweeteners take an interesting journey through our digestive system. Unlike sugar, which is broken down and absorbed into the bloodstream, most artificial sweeteners pass through our bodies relatively intact. This means they provide little to no energy or calories. Think of it like this. Imagine our bodies as a complex highway system. Sugar is like a car that enters the highway, stops at various points to deliver energy, and eventually reaches its destination fully utilized. Artificial sweeteners, on the other hand, are like speedy motorcycles that zoom through the highway, bypassing most exits and reaching the end of the road without being fully integrated into the system. This difference in how our bodies process artificial sweeteners is a key reason why they are often marketed as a calorie-free or low-calorie alternative to sugar. However, it's important to remember that just because something doesn't provide calories doesn't mean it's completely inert. Section 3. The Sweet Deception. While our taste buds might be fooled by the sweetness of artificial sweeteners, our bodies are more complex. Research is ongoing to fully understand the long-term effects of these sweeteners on our overall health. Some studies suggest that artificial sweeteners, despite not providing calories, might still influence our metabolism and hormone levels. This could be due to their interaction with gut bacteria or their effect on certain metabolic pathways. Furthermore, because artificial sweeteners are so much sweeter than sugar, there's concern that they might condition our palates to crave increasingly sweet foods. This could lead to an overconsumption of other sweet treats and potentially contribute to an unbalanced diet. Section 1. Sweet Deception on the Shelves. Ever strolled down the supermarket aisles feeling overwhelmed by the sheer variety of food and drinks claiming to be sugar-free or diet? It's like entering a maze of sweet promises, each product vying for a spot in your shopping cart. But here's the catch. Not all that glitters is gold, and not every sugar-free label guarantees a healthy choice. Artificial sweeteners are masters of disguise, lurking behind a multitude of names and numbers that can leave even the most informed consumer scratching their heads. They're added to a vast array of processed foods and beverages, often hiding in plain sight. From diet sodas and chewing gum to flavored yogurts and breakfast cereals, artificial sweeteners have infiltrated our food supply with remarkable stealth. They're even found in seemingly healthy options like protein bars and low-calorie snacks, making it crucial to become a savvy label detective. Section 2. Reading between the lines. Identifying artificial sweeteners. Navigating the world of artificial sweeteners requires a keen eye for detail and a willingness to decipher the often confusing language of food labels. While the term artificial sweeteners might ring a bell, manufacturers often opt for more discreet aliases, listing these sugar substitutes by their specific names or numbers. Some of the most prevalent artificial sweeteners you're likely to encounter include aspartame, sucralose, saccharin, acesulfame K, and stevia. Each of these sweeteners has its own unique properties, sweetness intensity, and potential health implications. Remember that ingredient list you often glance at and quickly dismiss? That's your treasure map in the quest for identifying hidden artificial sweeteners. Don't be afraid to turn that package around and scrutinize the fine print. While processed foods and beverages might be the most obvious culprits harboring artificial sweeteners, they are not the only ones. These sugar substitutes have also found their way into our medicine cabinets, often lurking in unexpected places. Think about that brightly colored cough syrup that makes your taste buds dance, or those chewable vitamins designed to entice even the pickiest eaters. Artificial sweeteners are often added to these products to mask the unpleasant taste of certain medications and make them more palatable, especially for children. Furthermore, artificial sweeteners are frequently used in oral care products like toothpaste, mouthwash, and sugar-free gum. The rationale here is that they provide sweetness without contributing to tooth decay as sugar does. However, the long-term effects of their presence in oral care products on our oral microbiome and overall health are still under investigation. In a world grappling with rising obesity rates and the pervasive presence of sugary treats, the allure of zero-calorie sweetness is undeniable. Artificial sweeteners offer a tantalizing proposition, indulging in our favorite sweet flavors without the guilt of added calories. For individuals striving to shed those extra pounds or maintain a healthy weight, replacing sugar-laden foods and drinks with artificially sweetened alternatives can seem like a dream come true. Imagine sipping on a refreshing diet soda or savoring a sugar-free dessert without worrying about derailing your weight management efforts. Moreover, artificial sweeteners can play a crucial role in supporting those following calorie-controlled diets. Whether it's for medical reasons, athletic training, or simply personal preference, these sugar substitutes provide a wider range of sweet choices without exceeding daily calorie limits. For individuals with diabetes, managing blood sugar levels is paramount to maintaining overall health and preventing complications. Artificial sweeteners have emerged as valuable allies in this ongoing battle, offering a way to enjoy sweetness while keeping blood glucose in check. Unlike sugar, which causes a rapid spike in blood glucose levels, artificial sweeteners have a negligible impact on blood sugar. This is because they are not metabolized by the body in the same way as sugar. Instead, they pass through the digestive system largely unabsorbed, providing sweetness without the accompanying glucose surge. This unique characteristic makes artificial sweeteners a suitable alternative for individuals with diabetes who need to carefully monitor their carbohydrate intake and control blood sugar fluctuations. They can enjoy a wider variety of foods and beverages without compromising their dietary goals. Section 3. Weighing the sweet benefits. Beyond weight management and blood sugar control, artificial sweeteners offer several other potential benefits. For instance, they don't contribute to tooth decay as sugar does. Sugar feeds the bacteria in our mouths that produce acids, which can erode tooth enamel and lead to cavities. Artificial sweeteners, on the other hand, are not metabolized by these bacteria and therefore do not promote tooth decay. This makes them a favorable alternative for oral health, particularly for children who might be more susceptible to cavities. Sugar-free chewing gum and candies sweetened with artificial sweeteners can satisfy sweet cravings without jeopardizing dental health. Section 1. Unmasking the sweet deception potential risks of artificial sweeteners. While artificial sweeteners might seem like a guilt-free way to enjoy sweetness, emerging research suggests that these sugar substitutes may not be as harmless as once thought. As with any food additive, it's crucial to approach artificial sweeteners with a healthy dose of caution and consider both their potential benefits and risks. One of the primary concerns surrounding artificial sweeteners is their potential long-term effects on our health. While they have been deemed safe for human consumption by regulatory agencies, more research is needed to fully understand their impact on our bodies over time. Some studies suggest a possible link between artificial sweetener consumption and an increased risk of certain health conditions, such as cardiovascular disease, stroke, and even some types of cancer. However, it's important to note that these studies often rely on observational data, making it difficult to establish a definitive cause and effect relationship. Section 2. Gut feeling, the microbiome connection. Our gut is home to trillions of bacteria, fungi, and other microorganisms collectively known as the gut microbiome. This complex ecosystem plays a vital role in our overall health, influencing everything from digestion and nutrient absorption to immunity and even our mood. Emerging research suggests that artificial sweeteners may disrupt the delicate balance of our gut microbiome. Unlike sugar, which is broken down and absorbed in the small intestine, artificial sweeteners often reach the large intestine relatively intact. Here, they encounter our gut bacteria, which may not be equipped to process these foreign substances effectively. This can lead to alterations in the composition and function of the gut microbiome, potentially increasing the risk of inflammation, metabolic dysfunction, and other health issues. Section 3. Navigating the sweet unknown, weighing risks and benefits. The world of artificial sweeteners is complex, filled with both promising possibilities and potential pitfalls. While they offer a tempting alternative to sugar, it's essential to approach these sugar substitutes with a balanced perspective, weighing their potential benefits against the emerging concerns. Moderation is key when it comes to artificial sweeteners. Just because a product is labeled sugar-free doesn't give us a free pass to consume it without limits. It's crucial to be mindful of our overall intake of artificial sweeteners and opt for whole, unprocessed foods whenever possible. Remember, our bodies thrive on real food. While artificial sweeteners might offer a temporary sweet fix, they can't replace the nutritional value and health benefits of a diet rich in fruits, vegetables, whole grains, and other nutrient-dense foods. Sweet choices. When to use artificial sweeteners. Artificial sweeteners can be helpful tools in certain situations. They offer a viable alternative to sugar when used strategically. For weight management, they help reduce calorie intake without sacrificing sweet treats. For people with diabetes, they allow enjoying foods without spiking blood sugar levels. Remember, use them as part of a balanced diet and healthy lifestyle. Section 2. Navigating the sweet minefield. When to steer clear. While artificial sweeteners might seem like a quick fix for our sweet tooth, there are instances where it's best to steer clear and opt for healthier alternatives. Remember, our bodies are complex, and what might seem beneficial in the short term could have unintended consequences in the long run. If you're pregnant or breastfeeding, it's generally recommended to limit or avoid artificial sweeteners. While research on their effects during these crucial periods is still evolving, it's best to err on the side of caution and prioritize natural sources of sweetness. Additionally, if you have a history of gastrointestinal issues, such as irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, you might be more sensitive to the effects of artificial sweeteners on your gut microbiome. These sweeteners can ferment in the gut, potentially leading to bloating, gas, and other digestive discomforts. Lastly, remember that just because something is labeled sugar-free or diet doesn't make it a health food. These products often contain other processed ingredients and additives that might not be beneficial for overall health. Section 1. The Sweet Verdict. Artificial sweeteners. They're everywhere in our foods, promising guilt-free sweetness. They let us enjoy sweet flavors while potentially dodging sugar's calories and blood sugar spikes. They can be a helpful tool for those managing weight or watching their blood sugar. However, like a coin, artificial sweeteners have two sides. Emerging research suggests a more complex story. Moderation and informed choices are key. Read food labels carefully. Remember, your body thrives on real food. Artificial sweeteners can be part of a healthy lifestyle when used in moderation.